Welcome to another exciting episode of Pokemon Snow with some D&D in there. I'm your host, the Gold Crow, also your DM and GM, and with me I have four of my wonderful friends with me, one of which, I forget who, is going to recap what happened last episode.
Hello. So, last time I believe we started off going to find those three frog spleens. This unnamed shaman asked us for to complete the summoning ritual for this demon. We ventured a bit into the swamp, not that far, and managed to collect three frogs with a bit of stealthing, sneaking around, and illusion magic. We also found one abnormally large frog, which attacked us. We uh, killed it in return and brought it back as well. Eventually, we got back and summoned the demon, to which it unfortunately did not say anything notable about the shaman's past and attacked us. We incapacitated it, tied it up to a chair, and interrogated it once again, to which it only spout out cryptic riddles about the swamp lands and the frogs. Nothing about this shaman or their past or how to get back. Um, Eventually killed it as well, and uh, pulling together what we could glean from the messages, we came to the conclusion that there was another sort of demon in this woods, one that was probably the source of this necromancy and may be connected to the frogs in the area as well. We followed the frog croaks, finding there to be some strange differences in pitch and frequency until we uh, until we were led to a small grave, getting attacked by some strange undead along the way. Within the grave, there was a plaque depicting a short story about Yveltal and a prayer, the ancient king of Umbra, and further directions south.
Okay. Yeah, you can have a re-roll for the session. And, oh yeah, one other thing is, because Dante um, prayed at that shrine or altar or statue. You essentially are blessed for 2 days, starting right now. You also got a 6 last time when you rolled for encounters, and you said you were following the croaks of the frogs once again in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be leading the party?
Hmm.
I
Are
mean, I guess
we?
probably either someone. I guess it would be Dante. Realistically, he's the one who has the perception to hear frogs.
Okay.
For following the pitch.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Then I will have Dante do a perception roll as you were going in that direction.
This is the last recording. The Valor does not apply to checks. It's attacks or saves.
Yeah. Just saves and attacks.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. You definitely see this as maybe it's being kind of blessed by your deity at that graveyard, is what made you more aware in this environment, in this area, as you slosh through the muddy bog, your feet caked in the grime from the water. You look forward, and about 90 feet from you, you see something curious. You see a few figures moving around, looking amongst the ground. And these figures look, when I'd assume you'd stop everyone and you assess the situation a little better. These figures look humanoid in nature, but they look completely made out of wood. They're these like it's like a human, but just made completely out of bark and wood. Very much like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. But they have like kind of these baskets built onto their back. And you see them scrounging around in the water. And one of them picks up a bone. Looks like a femur or something. Looks at it. And throws it in the basket in its back. And it looks like they're searching in the water for these bones. Your roll was good enough to see them before they don't see you.
Okay. Scrounging for bones out here. I think that's our someone potentially related to our necromancer problem.
What in the world?
You're basically off the map right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will put you guys there.
Mm-hmm. I assume this gets pointed out to the rest of us. Yes.
I would definitely try to point this out to the rest.
Yeah. Battle has not broken out, so I'm not sharing this with the audience.
Not yet.
Not yet.
What in the... Huh.
And they're more just kind of sitting right there.
Considering the skeletons we saw were composed of different Pokemon entirely, I'd say this is a pretty good bet.
If this is the source, that's quite odd. Why not employ the skeletons themselves to do this work, to do the dirty work?
Well, you can have multiple
I suppose,
sources. These could be elementals.
but odd. What? Elementals. Partaking
Or-
in necromancy of all things.
Or we could have a druid working with this person.
Or perhaps the thing we're dealing with is a druid.
A necromancer druid?
It's not as uncommon as you'd think. Not as unbelievable as you'd think. I suppose uncommon is a certainty with any of this.
Malcolm, what do you think of the grass man playing with the bones?
He thinks about it. Fertilizer.
Maybe. Perhaps they're trying to clear this place out?
How would you
Can't tell if they're hostile or
raise
not from
the
here.
skeletons if you wanted to clear it out?
Oh, these things could be trying to clear out the skeletons. They seem more in tune with the land itself. Like, this could be the land itself fighting back against whatever this thing is. Or perhaps it's aiding it. Or perhaps it is it in itself.
Regardless, are we going to engage? Do we want me to try to remove one before they can find us out, or do we want to see if we can slip past them?
Is there any way I can try and determine what these things are?
Sure, do a nature check.
Nature. That is my weakness, unfortunately. Alright. Plus 3. 15.
Examining these things, these are definitely not Pokemon, and but you kind of alluded to this in your previous discussion with Proteus back there. These were conjured with druidic magic. It seems like a druid might have done this. And the thing about druids is they're not monoborn like the mages of the MDRA. They're more just really in tune with nature, that to the point where kind of nature starts they kind of weave nature into their very being to acquire these powers some consider magic. And these are most likely servants of one of those druids. There's no universal alignment for druids. These could serve someone nefarious or malevolent. You might not know.
Yeah, so she kind of like takes a moment to look at them, study them for a bit. Yeah, just goes, in fact, these 3 are almost certainly conjured by that sort of druidic magic. Though, that still says nothing about the character of this druid they originate from. Perhaps we should just observe for a while, see what they do, and perhaps follow them if they continue moving onwards.
Inclined to agree. I think if we attack them, it won't do us any good in figuring out where to go from here.
Exactly, and approaching them could just cause them to attack us in turn or run away.
Okay, you're just going to observe?
Yeah, let's see if they do anything interesting. If they go anywhere.
Okay. Alright, do you just plan on doing this until you just see something interesting? Like, if you're sitting there for hours, or would you give up at some point?
I'd probably give up after one.
Okay. I don't know how many hours are left in the day. I guess it's.
There's still quite a
Is it
bit.
about- Okay.
It's probably like afternoon by now.
Afternoon. Do we want to watch these guys till evening, and then maybe come back and then just do something if they don't do anything by then?
I'm thinking maybe like watch them for an hour first. If nothing happens, then we go from there.
Okay.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me, everyone.
One.
6.
3.
Nothing.
Get a raid.
4.
What you see in your your time doing this, an hour passes, and you might be beginning to give up. They seem to just be kind of going through the water, searching for bones. But then another one shows up. And it has the exact same makeup. It has like a basket, almost like a backpack affixed to its back, made out of just twigs and just brambled sticks and wood. And it begins pulling out bones. And it begins constructing a skeleton, but it's very haphazardly and just with random parts. Very much like the skeletons you encountered earlier in the day. And the skeleton you could see is moving while it's doing this. And then it places it in the water.
Huh.
And this one begins walking back.
Are the others still doing what they're doing?
Yeah. They are not going anywhere near the one that was just placed in the water.
Let's follow that one.
The problem with that is following it is you'd have to kind of go through the bog when there's like, you kind of have to go across the bridge to still tail.
Okay. So yeah, Ira would kind of like go to the others and like, all right, that's our lead. We should follow it.
Dante nods. So,
Right, well,
there's no telling if they'll become hostile or not if we have to go through.
Alright, you have the disguise spells. Disguise self spell, don't you?
I can.
Alright, then I think I have a plan that will work. How tall are these things?
They're medium-sized creatures.
Wonderful. I'm going to use Shadow Tool to create a disguise kit. I'm going to try to dress Dante up like one.
I don't know if we have the time for that.
Yeah, that's, you're trying to tail something and then disguise someone. It's gonna take some time.
Fair enough. Alright, well, that was my plan.
Hey.
Plan B is I can try Noxious Gas Cloud. That just we put over the top of ourselves and see if we can walk past them.
Well,
AKA
yeah.
silent image.
What would be your path using the gas cloud?
Well, if we have to go through here, then we would have to go through there unless we really want to go into the water and risk stepping on some toes.
And some bones.
Either way, I assume we'll have to sneak.
I think it might just be a good idea to... Ooh, I don't know if they would be able to alert the creator of them, though.
I mean, I can
I don't
have
think they would
three
be
of
able
us
to.
disguised at once. There's only one of us I'm really worried about. I don't... Like, I can use silent image. Actually, do you have silent image? I don't think you do, right?
I have minor illusion, that's it.
Yeah, so... Does Dante or Malcolm have a way to, like, be sneaky through here?
Nope, just beat the tar out of him and put him to sleep.
I think Honestly, if we want to try and disguise some of ourselves, we could maybe use that to try and confuse them. Otherwise, I think we should just go. And if we want to attack, and I guess the question is whether or not we want to strike first. Since we don't, the skeletons are obviously aggressive, but whether or not these things are, I'm not too sure.
Just have to be ready to strike if they do.
I suppose we could do both plans. Because we could go into the water if we look like them, because they've already been going into the water.
Ira's just gonna disguise herself as one of these things, and kind of nod for Proteus to do the same, and just say, "Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
You take the lead, I'll take the back."
Proteus will cast first disguise self on himself, so he can go with Ira, and then he'll cast this silent image to give a gas cloud that he'll move over the other set of dudes.
Okay, so let me just try to visualize what's going on here. So Ira and Proteus are going to disguise themselves as these creatures, and you want to put a cloud that's just going to float by over the bridge.
We're gonna put it over Malcolm and Dante, who are then gonna try to go over the bridge.
Okay. I will note that you have not seen any clouds floating anywhere else in the swamp.
Yeah.
I don't know how smart these things are.
I say that we just run in and okay, so here's what I say we do. Forget wasting all of those resources.
I waste
What?
0 resources.
Yeah.
Send in Malcolm and see if they attack him.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, that's always an option.
Yeah, we can send. I'm fine with sending it. I think we're kind of overthinking this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of difficult to sneak around in this spot right now just due to the...
And then,
Yeah,
while they're all
let's-
distracted on Malcolm and not paying attention to you guys, if they attack him, that's when you guys all get a sneak attack.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you can ready an action and based on what happens with Malcolm.
Okay.
You essentially would have a surprise round right now. I'll let you get into position. It can't be 60 feet. Well, if you get within 60 feet of them, you'll need to do a stealth check. But 60 feet or further, you can just position yourself.
Wait, so if you're at 60 feet, is that fine, or...
So, as soon as you get within 60 feet of them, they're going to see you. Unless you're trying to be sneaky, in which case you can try and stealth roll to get closer. Before this...
Max range of 60, so...
Here we go.
Yeah, I'd have to borrow the crossbow to have enough range for that.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. You can borrow the crossbow if you want. For this encounter.
Alright, I think only Ira and Proteus can really back Malcolm up.
My max range is 60 feet for anything offensive.
There we go.
Alright, so I'll assume you're, like, kind of ducked behind some foliage or grass. So,
Yeah.
you just kind of smack Malcolm on the butt to just send him forward. And
He's gonna start rolling.
as soon as you get within 60 feet of them, Malcolm, so let's just say on the bridge, right there, they slowly turn around and look at you. Their just neck and bark kind of just making that snapping and twisting sound as they point at you, and they appear to be poised to attack. All right, so what we'll do is we'll roll a surprise, or we'll roll initiative. And what was everyone gonna ready?
Blast
Yeah, okay.
I don't really have an.
on this one.
Crossbow
Okay.
on
If
whoever
any
I
of them
can hit.
approach, yeah, I guess I'm just kind of readying.
A dash.
No, not a dash.
Good.
Actually, can you do that?
Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I will help follow Malcolm in.
Okay.
Having fun.
Oh. Well,
All right, one moment.
Dirty 20 on a fight that I probably don't need it for.
I rolled that one first, so we're going at 17. All right. So the way this is going to work, everyone but Malcolm will get surprise. So we're gonna go through the initiative without Malcolm or them rolling, or taking a turn. So we'll start with Proteus first.
All right. So this is surprise round first.
Yeah.
How far can I shoot with this crossbow, Ira?
80.
Wait,
I
he's
think.
not here. Let me look it up. It's a light crossbow, if I remember right. 80 feet, yeah. So, I think I can only hit the guy. Yeah. Oh, I'm at disadvantage no matter what. Wait, no. This guy's 80 feet, but this guy's 85? What?
Taxi cab geometry be jank.
Alright, well, I guess I can only hit this guy.
Okay.
So, that's what we're doing. Let's see, our proficiency is 2. I miss. As usual with this thing.
Okay.
Doesn't he get advantage because he's unseen?
Yeah, you would get advantage.
Oh, okay.
sneak attack round.
Sneaky round. 13.
13, huh? Let me see. Yeah, you hit it.
Oh, wowie.
Wowie. Alright, well, number 16 damage. Piercing, so he
As-
probably resists.
He does not resist it. You strike him, and it just kind of splinters into a bunch of twigs and sticks, and it's gone. All right, that was a readied action. So then we go to Dante's readied action.
Okay, which for me was just movement. Oh. Of like 30 feet. Or yeah, because it's a dash. So is that just the 30 feet, or
Yeah, it would just be your movement speed.
Yeah.
I don't know if Monk gives you extra.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah. Well, you get 30 feet. All right, Ira.
All right. Well, I was gonna blast, but I did roll a 9. But you said I have advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll roll again. 16.
16 will hit these things.
Okay. I'll roll the damage again as well. 8.
Are you hitting
to this one right here.
that one? 8?
Yeah.
is wounded. Alright. Alright. Now, Proteus, it's your real turn.
All right, real turn. Let's see. I have to get pretty close to these things in order to do damage to them. That's still too far. I'm gonna have to borrow the crossbow again.
You're holding it right
Still
now.
have it.
Yeah, well, you know, keep borrowing it. I was hoping to give it back in case someone was looking at Ira. I'm gonna hide behind tree.
Okay.
And then that's a +7, I believe. Yes. 20.
Yeah, you ducked out of sight and are hidden.
All right, now we shoot him with advantage. And I'm shooting, yeah, this one in the back since
Healthy
he's
one.
farther.
Okay.
We got ourselves almost a crit, but not a crit.
Alright, and damage.
All right, damage. 10 damage.
That does not slay it, but it is has one bit of resolve left.
Ah,
Well, that's action bonus, action movement. I'm done.
Alright, the blights will...
oh,
They're running.
And they're going to point out their arms at you, Dante, and you're gonna get 2 needles shot at you.
okay.
That's a 2 on the die. That's not hitting. But that is probably gonna hit because that's a 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. So one of you dodge out of the way one, and the other hits you for a big old. That'll be 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
All right,
That hurts.
Malcolm.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to use the dodge action.
Okay. Before your turn, Dante. From out of the bog arises this amalgamation that you just saw get submerged in there as it begins to clack and shamble. That will be 10. And it's going to move. It cannot. It's gonna go there, and it appears to be readying an action.
Okay.
It's holding up its claw. All right, Dante.
Yeah. I'm looking at range-wise here. Okay. Ricky. Okay. I want this guy here to make me a dex save.
Dex save.
Sacred Flame.
All right. $14.
Unfortunately, that meets.
Okay, yeah. Then it avoids the flame, kind of blackened flame.
Dang. Rather not be using my spell right now for healing, so I think I will just stay right here.
Okay. Ira.
All right. let's see. I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
Right here. And that guy's in 60 feet. That guy's in 60 feet. You know what? I'm just gonna use 5-star. I'm gonna hit both of them. One missile to each.
All right. Yeah. Roll a d4 for each and add one.
So the guy on the bridge
Yeah.
is, well, getting max damage.
He only had 1 HP left.
Yeah. The guy on this side, the one I need to actually do more than 1 damage, is only getting 2.
Yeah. All right.
And
Well,
he's got
now he has only one
one
bit of
bit of
resolve left.
Yep.
And
Dang. Of course. That's all I'm doing.
Proteus.
All right. We move to over here, and we hide.
I'm gonna say you maybe need like a different hiding spot.
Then these trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Within reason. Like I'm not gonna just cut you off cold turkey here. I'll let you hide and jump out, just not the same spot over and over again.
Let's see. I was here, I think.
Yeah.
Can I do the troll strategy? Oh wait, no, I can't. It's too far. I'd have to go to this tree, I think.
Okay. I'll let you do that.
All right. Meow. I feel like that would be the
Or
only place.
okay, what I'll do here is, you could do the same spot again. It's just I'll make their passive perception with advantage, which means +5.
How good is this tree?
That's fine. You can just do it normally if you're changing spots
Yeah.
like that.
That's fine. I honestly thought this tree would be the one I have disadvantage on. 21.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, and I would spend it on this guy, except for I don't trust this guy being at an altar, so he's dying.
Okay.
I got 18. Or
18
17,
hits it.
17.
And it has only 1 HP left, so.
All right, there we go.
All right.
Malcolm's turn.
Malcolm, you are confronted by another skeleton. Remember how this went last time?
Cracks knuckles. Alright. Hopefully I don't regret going in without rage. But I'm gonna go right here so it can do its readied action.
It's going to try and whack you with its readied action. Getting a... What's your modifier, Mr. Skelly Man? You'll get a 15 to hit you.
Gosh darn, that is my AC. I'm even bulwarked right now.
All right, so it will get a swing on you for only 4 damage.
Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. Now I'm going to... I think I have this feature now. Yes, reckless attack.
All right, so you get advantage.
Uh, 7 plus 6, 13.
13. 13 just hits it.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ooh.
Here comes the ball.
Get a 1.
14 bludgeoning damage.
So that's 28 bludgeoning damage. So just a bunch
Smack.
of bone shrapnel just flies all over the place. And yeah, it's now clear.
All right, we gotta pick up the pace. Make sure we don't lose that thing. Let's go.
All right, how are you going to track it? Are you all just going to try and follow it, or
Tough one, 'cause it's walked off. You don't want to alert it.
Yeah, I assume we want Proteus taking the lead here, right? Because he can stealth, and he could even disguise himself as one of those things to try, and, even if he does get caught.
I think maybe we have Proteus take the lead, and the rest of the group sticks back while Dante's using the spyglass to keep track.
All right.
Yeah, you should probably disguise yourself specifically as one of the guys that we got rid of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I do want to check what was going on with this thing over at the altar.
This appears to be just a. It is one of like a druid altar. It's How good are you in nature?
I am not proficient.
Okay. It's a statue very much like these creatures you just fought. It's made out of wood and straw to just kind of form this kind of like a makeshift humanoid figure out of straw and sticks and wood and bundles.
Hmm.
Things even. I'm not familiar with druids when it comes to the deities they might worship. This conjurations, then what could they have been doing?
I don't know. Fortunately, despite my father, druidic magic is sort of a blind spot for me. At least this sort of magic certainly.
Are we getting any answers then?
Maybe we'll get some answers as we follow this, as we get closer to this source.
All right. So what's the plan here?
Proteus is gonna follow as one of the guys we destroyed, and then we're gonna follow further behind Proteus.
Okay. I'll apply the same rules as I did before. You have to stay 60 feet behind Proteus to not be seen by anything else.
Okay.
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 Back.
Okay, whether he's stealthing or disguised, that's kind of what you got.
Gotcha.
All right. And you watch as Proteus kind of. It's not like he's transforming into this wooden thing. It's more of like this kind of. Just kind of like fades and shifts to just make this this fake image over him. And you are now a blight, Proteus, as you begin heading in the same direction as the other one. And
Probably take one of their bags while I'm going to.
well, they didn't really have bags, but it was full of bones.
You just make that part of the image itself, because that's...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good. No, well, no, I'd rather have the prop if I need it.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, weren't carrying bags. It was like they had a built-in kind of basket on their backs where they were just kind of like dropping
Okay.
bones
Yeah.
into it.
Never mind.
Is there anything you're gonna do in regards to that?
There's nothing that I could really do in that way, no.
Yeah. Okay. So is it like an empty basket then?
Yeah, it would have to be.
All right. All right. You begin following the blight. You kind of have to pick up the pace a little bit because you kind of slowed down because of the battle and you were investigating that altar. But you kind of get sight of it as you may steady your pace a little bit. Are you going to follow it, as in try and catch up with it, or are you just going to kind of trail behind it?
I'll probably move at the same pace that it is.
Okay. What I'm asking is, like, are you gonna try and get to it, or are you gonna still keep your distance behind it?
Considering this one was sedentary, I'll probably keep my distance.
Okay. Yeah, you begin following it with the others in tow, kind of trailing you 60 feet behind, so they're kind of out of sight and out of view. But you guys can see Proteus since he's not really trying to be stealthy in any way. But you begin following him through the bog. You hear the croaks of the frogs in just different tones and pitches and lengths as you follow this creature, and the bog gets darker and darker and darker. Not dark enough where you can't see anything. It's very much kind of dimly lit. But something starts coming into view as you break through the many mangroves and over the many logs that you encounter in the swamp. There is this kind of giant, cancerous looking tree in the middle of the swamp, and you see a few other figures. You see more of those wooden blight creatures that you are currently disguised as, Proteus. And you also see a few skeletons that look animated. You see a couple of these skeletons that do seem to be animated, much like the ones you've encountered before. But you do see another creature, a simian ape-like Pokemon with a stick and this kind of laurel leaf crown on his head, as and on the stick too there's kind of like these different flowers, and they're actually wilted though and almost look dead, as that blight you are tailing starts just kind of shambling and walking towards the tree, and the Pokemon just kind of slowly points his stick towards the tree, looks at the blight, looks at the tree, and points his stick. And you see the blight reach into that basket on its back, and it starts pulling out the bones and dropping them into a hole in the tree, just one by one. At this point, this Pokemon sees you coming, Proteus. You are about, you'd be 30 feet. You said you were 30 feet behind the blight?
Something like that.
All right, yeah, you are approaching this tree.
There are other blights nearby here, right?
Yes.
Can I see if they have bones as well?
They do not. They appear to be already emptied their quarry, if that is what they're doing here.
All right. Yeah, I have a plan here. I'll more or less act like the one before me, though.
Okay. this, what you assume is maybe this druid that Ira told you about, looks at you in the same manner and points towards the tree.
All right.
I will give you some visual here. Just a second. I'm only going to open the maps for if battle breaks out.
Yeah, for stream.
All right. And one of the blights. You are right here, Proteus.
Oh, hello there, two of me.
Oh, okay. I guess I can just delete one. You saw this one dump the bones in there, and it begins walking away again. And the Pokemon looks at you and points to the tree in a similar manner. You see the 4 skeletons there.
Not bad.
Yep. Alright. I'll more or less do as the one before me did. So I'll approach the tree. And then let's see. Oh no. This plan may not be as good as I thought it was. Oh well, I made my bed, I'll lie in it. So I'm going to go towards the tree.
Okay. This one is walking off.
And I don't have any like bones on me, right?
Do you?
Like I wanted to grab stuff from the guy, but then we didn't, so
Yeah, I specifically asked if you took it or not, so...
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is get out a stick
Okay, you have a stick.
and cast my silent image on it to make it look like a bone.
Okay. What are the... Well,
Verbal,
okay.
somatic material. That's what I was like, oh no. I thought it was just somatic.
Okay, well, I've never liked this about illusion magic, or where it's like, well, what's the point if they can see you're casting an illusion? So I'll let you have it, but I'll let you have you do a sleight of hand roll to just kind of get it off on this stick.
All right. Sleight of hand is decent. 17.
Yeah, you kind of just as the skill suggests, you sleight of hand. You're kind of cupping the stick, like that just kind of runs up your arm, and you kind of pull it out like you just pull out a bone. As you kind of just masterfully make the illusion as you pull it out, and yeah, you have what looks like a bone in your hand. And this tree you're standing in front of, it looks like a really just grotesque, cancerous tree. It has a hole that just kind of drops down into a pit that you saw the other blight drop down.
All right. Well, I'll toss the stick.
All right, you you toss the stick down the hole as it just kind of when you drop it, you hear the clatter of bones down there.
Yeah, I don't know if they like leaned over when they threw it, but if they did, I'm absolutely taking a look.
It's quite dark down there, but you have dark vision,
I'm super giga dark vision.
When you look down there, there's piles of bones down there. And you see more, like, just kind of... You see skeletons that are just kind of half-made and just... They're kind of writhing in pain as... like, it looks like they're writhing in pain. It's like some are just kind of a rib cage with a skull and one arm. And they're just kind of crawling around down there.
All right, yeah, and I'll turn around and start shambling over.
Okay. Yeah, you're just going to leave?
I mean, did the druid point to the other one and point away from the place to
No,
command it?
it seemed to just walk away back into the swamp.
Yeah, then I will likely do the same and assume my companions will do something once I cross this line over here.
Okay. You begin walking over there.
All right.
As he starts walking back, I'm gonna use message direction, 120 feet.
All right.
Just ask, what happened? You see anything?
I found where the cemetery went.
Sorry.
I have to recast task again. I'll just sort of jail it to. Supposedly, he found where the cemetery went, whatever that means. It's like bones.
You guys saw that? Yeah, that's where all the bones are going. The tree is making it. Or the tree's a collection? Odd.
Whatever it is, the tree doesn't look healthy.
Certainly doesn't look all right. Should we regroup? Let the shaman know about this. Get out of here and deal with this tomorrow. Or should we take care of it today?
I think it's best we let Proteus get back to us first.
Right.
All right. Are you just gonna keep going, Proteus?
I mean, if I break off, it will be suspicious. So I have to just keep going deeper into the forest.
You definitely can get out of eye shoot of these guys.
Yeah, like I'd have to at least cross
Yeah.
over here. If
I'd
the
assume we're
trees
not
get thick
exactly
enough.
right here,
Yeah.
right?
We're probably further back.
Yeah, we're probably like back here or something.
Yeah, you're 60 feet away from this point. These people. So yeah, you're pretty much like on the edge of you're kind of on the edge of the map.
Yeah, we're probably like there.
Something like this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I can feasibly get back without arousing suspicion, I will.
Okay.
I think we'd probably retreat as you retreat anyways.
Yeah.
Just kind of get back away
Yeah.
at least a little bit.
You could definitely do something like that. Just kind of.
Okay.
All right.
Well, he'll probably convey what he saw down there.
All right.
Interesting.
Bones, half-formed skeletons, and a hole below a tree.
I'm
So is
curious
the
to
tree
see
a
if the stick will
catalyst?
join up in a skeleton. Because I
Wow.
think the concentration time for that long since passed. Oh no, it's 10 minutes.
with the other nature just around, I can't imagine there's been other. I have to imagine there's been other things other than bones that have gotten into it at some point. Regardless, that is odd. The tree is either a catalyst for the formation of the undead, or perhaps a conduit for the druid's magic.
Druids are primarily following nature, then the tree
point.
being used would make some sense, I think.
I want to point out the tree is dead.
Is the tree dead, or is it odd looking?
It looks dead. It looks both. It looks very dead, but it kind of has these kind of black veins and tendrils going through it.
Like
It's a cancer
fungus.
tree.
Druidic necromancy.
Well, by all accounts, I think this is technically legal.
I suppose. I mean, it's not a monoborn conducting this ritual, so there aren't particularly any laws against. Well, there aren't any laws against the creation of dead if you aren't monoborn. There's certainly ethical questions about it, surrounding it, but that's neither here nor there. It's.
We're still undead.
Oh,
Either way.
one more very notable thing is this Pokemon on the end of his stick. You see a piece of that meteor.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that makes sense.
I think, well, we should probably come back with the shaman here.
Regardless, this needs to be taken care of for
At least quickly.
the undead have been harassing people, and that meteor shard is, well, something that can just be left to, well, sit out here.
Yeah, Proteus nods and says, as a grass type and as a shaman, he can probably tell us a lot more about the tree than we could figure out on our own, so we need him.
True.
Say we
Good
head
idea.
back.
All right. So you're going to head back to the hut.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a d6 for me, everyone.
One.
1, 4, 3.
Four.
4.
All right. As you go, kind of retracing the route you took last time, you kind of weave through the trees and the logs and the bog. And when you go around a particularly large tree, who's leading?
Probably Dante.
Okay.
Yeah, because frogs.
When you round this particularly large tree, you bump. You're within the sight of that one blight that kind of walked away. You're going around this tree, and you see it kind of like looking down at the ground for bones, and then it just kind of looks up at you as you round the corner, and it just begins gonna try and smack you. So this isn't a surprise round. This is we're gonna roll for initiative again. All right.
Add 1 to that.
What?
I got a 19 plus 1.
All right.
I think
I-
this
I was
basically is a
ready.
surprise round. This guy's getting wrecked.
Except for Dante.
Yeah, okay. I'll put you. I'll say you're like rounding this tree over here.
Dante's like, oh no! And everyone's like, die, fool.
Alright, we'll put one of you guys right here. And you're kind of like just face to face with each other.
Just two people rounding a tree at the same time. It's like, oh.
Alright. Oh, it got pretty high in initiative.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, I'd be surprised if we went before us.
It got a total of 19.
Oh, wow.
What's it? I have a dex of +3.
Alright, I'll let you go first then.
All right.
So you might just one-shot it. Alright,
Yeah.
Ira, you can go.
Ira is ready. She was prepared for this. She's gonna cast Hex and blast this guy in the face.
Alright.
Hexing strength. It doesn't matter. Ira was ready.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like Dante
Nat
just
20.
bumps into this thing. There's no way you can't. It only has 11 HP, so there's no way you can't kill it. So
Yeah. I just want to see how much damage this
Yeah.
does. Plus
Get
1d6
a
plus 6.
Plus 10.
28.
20.
Oh my gosh.
Did you roll it? Oh, you rolled a 9 and a 3. Yeah, that's.
I rolled a 9 and a 3 on
So-
a 10 and a d10 d6.
As Dante like does that thing, like when you're surprised and you kind of do that like the jump take, you just kind of just and there's just a as just bones and sticks just fly all over the place.
I'm gonna take some of those bones, man.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few bones on the ground.
Gonna make sure not to let them touch each other, though.
Okay.
The upper half of the blight is just gone.
Nice shooting there, Ira.
Getting better with my aim, thanks to you.
Yes, you're a natural.
No, I should have remembered that there was still one out here.
Well, not anymore. All right, and I expected that to do a little damage to you guys, but you, yeah, it's you pick up some of the bones. I will keep note of that, and you make your way towards the hut. I'll let you get there without any more random encounters. As
Alright.
as you walk up to the hut, you perhaps knock on the door, and you see the shaman kind of lean through his window and then just kind of open his door for you. Well, what'd you
Alright.
We found the source.
This is a strange one. Potentially druid and necromancy. There's a very sickly looking tree that we found, and a bunch of strange blights, conjurations, effectively just collecting all these bones, depositing them in this tree.
Well, whatever that is, I'm not too. As I told you before, I'm not too familiar with the magic in this world. I only learned what I did through the spaces in between. But you say it's a tree that's
Yeah.
Tree alongside some druid,
a druid.
assumedly.
Given what you are, I figured it would be easiest to find out what might be happening to the tree and giving the druid these powers. If they draw their power from the environment, a sickly tree might just give them the powers of necromancy. They dug up the cemetery and bones strewn all around and tossed them into this tree, seeming to keep it this way.
Well, as I said, I don't know much about that, but I could wager a few guesses what's going on. Just trying to think critically about it. They'd be doing this for a reason. And their means is either to create these undead using that tree, or draw some sort of power from that tree.
The undead are only a side effect. That leads to more questions. Especially if the undead are still just being thrown out, as it were.
Well,
Well,
so the
they
bones
seem-
are being...
They seem to assemble at the hand of the constructs. When the constructs place the bones together, they animate automatically. So I'd wager that the tree itself has some of those necromantic powers.
But we didn't even see the tree involved with the one that we... Well, I mean, if the conjurations are of the tree.
I won't ask you to do this, but it's my understanding your kind can purify sickly grass or tree matter, correct?
Yes, but natural ones. What you're telling me, this does not sound natural.
Makes sense.
This sounds like dark magic.
Either way,
At the very least, we need...
the druid in question has been walking around with his own crystal. It's a green one rather than your pink one. However, he's also a grass type that lives alone in a swamp, so I feel like you coming with us would be beneficial to clearing your name. Well, keeping you from being found, I should say.
That's fair enough. I guess if you give them a body, it will give them more incentive to leave me alone. So you want me to come with you?
I think so. Your knowledge so far has been helpful, even if you don't know everything. Your input I have found to be valuable.
And is that the plan? We're just gonna rush in and go kill him?
Incapacitates would be the best course of action, I think. Keeping them alive so we can question them. Unfortunately, we can't exactly talk to a tree, so any further information about this process is going to have to come from the Pokemon. It's the druid himself.
But what you're also telling me is he has several creatures at his beck and call.
Ones of which we've already dealt with on the way there.
Hopefully those ought to be easy enough to deal with, yeah.
I highly doubt that he's nice, considering he's told them all to attack on sight. However, we would like to at least see if diplomacy can be an option before bringing back a body.
Preferably we don't have to. body, I mean.
As
we
I
take-
said, we can.
If we take his casting staff and stuff, you could potentially keep that keepsake of yours, even if you couldn't wear it.
Hmm. What? Like I said, what I think is, if we attack from the shadows, that'll give us an advantage off the bat, obviously. And if we do so and manage to incapacitate him, we can drag him back to the town for further questioning, or even just question him out here. My... Clearly there's something going on with that tree. I don't know if... I find it hard to believe that the druid itself is the one that caused that tree to be in that position. In fact,
Idea.
I'm inclined to think that perhaps the tree is the one in control here. Perhaps...
I have a theory on the tree.
Hmm?
Meteor.
Perhaps. I mean, they do have a shard in their possession.
No, it's toxic.
Could be poisoning the tree. That's true. Though for it to be necromantic magic specifically is weird. I suppose it could manifest in different ways.
Those skeletons that have shown up in the swamp, you said they came from a graveyard?
We believe so.
Seemed to be the
Some
best
of them.
case. The entire graveyard was empty.
There are a lot. How big was this graveyard? Or there are a lot, should I say?
Not enough to fill an entire swamp of undead.
Yeah.
We saw them both finding and placing bones in the water, which is rather curious when you think about it.
So where
They would find bones and then assemble hodgepodge of a skeleton.
But they would also make a tribute to the tree as well.
My question is where are they all coming from? They obviously found the graveyard, yes, but
There have to be a lot more dead Pokemon out here for that.
and I don't think
That's-
Oakshire's population is the amount that are around here. They could not have come from Oakshire. What I think is someone is using the swamp as a dumping ground. Just a theory. I certainly haven't seen anyone. If I do, I try to avoid sight.
Hmm.
Well,
If it's
either
Rock
way,
Spring.
for your sake, we gotta get this guy out of here one way or another. We can sneak up and dismantle all of his guards and see if he'll want to talk.
Hmm.
And if not, well, we'll just have Malcolm give him a lesson in how to sleep better.
Do you four have a plan of attack?
The opening of the tree is on the south side of it, so that would make it so if that all of their attention is focused in that area. If we come from the north, we can hit from using their own tree as a cover.
Attack from the north?
Yes.
Alright. Is there anything we preemptively strike them with, or are we just going to just try and set up an ambush?
Well, I have a bomb that might give them a sticky situation to be in.
Okay. You've been awfully quiet. What are your areas of expertise as he talks to you, Malcolm?
Malcolm is eating one of his plants.
Oh gosh.
He'll be very effective against the undead. They don't seem to like that. It's just you said gesturing to the ball on his back.
As he kind of like half eyes closed looks at you, Malcolm. All right, can you understand that? Focus on the skeletons.
Yeah.
You can take them out quickly, it seems.
Yeah, they fall asleep real good.
And you. He looks at you, Dante. What can you do?
I'm still working on training of my own in ways of martial arts and self-defense, but I do have many of my own spells from clergy, so...
Well, I ask this because you look very injured with those wood splinters in your shoulder.
I took one unfortunate hit back.
Is there any way we can avoid this?
I don't have much in the form of defenses. Perhaps some illusory defenses could suffice, though, if they one shot through and then that's kaput.
Well, it seems they shot you at range, no?
Correct.
Is there any way we can employ some sort of cover?
Nothing of that size. The closest I can think of was the shield that I gave Malcolm.
Well, Proteus has a couple options like that. Like I said, it wouldn't be a solid wall. It'd be more a mist, if anything.
What tool proficiencies do we have?
Some ways to break line of sight.
Bagpipes.
What?
Oh my gosh.
How?
Are you suggesting he ends up being a distraction?
No, you just asked
No.
what the tool proficiencies were, so I told you what Malcolm was proficient with.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
we all
Oh,
we
and
got the-
herbalism kit, but
Yeah, that newly acquired.
Yeah. Okay.
I only
Like-
ask this because if one of us goes down, then that distracts us from pushing forward. And in my adventures, I knew an individual who went down an awful lot, and that was a hindrance.
Here's my thought. We go in. Proteus here, you can create a rather sizable cover for us, can you not? One that they can't see through, but we can.
Yeah, until they figure it out anyway.
Until they figure it out. He deploys that. Malcolm and Dante, well, Malcolm for sure will be rushing in to take care of the skeletons. Dante, I think it'd be best you help finish off some of those wood sprites, those blights as well before this this druid can utilize them against us. And I can either further inhibit them, or even try and restrict their movements.
If at all possible, we want to wipe out as many as we can before Malcolm gets in, because while he can take several hits, and he does seem to be able to resist everything that these things have presently thrown at us, he isn't invulnerable. He will eventually go down, especially with
Yeah.
4 to 6 potential enemies ganging up on him, and a spellcaster who could pretty much pierce any mental stat that he has.
I
We
can
can
potentially give him a shield of faith.
Well,
That's not going to do much for Malcolm.
We can also make camouflage if we wanted to, using the herbalist kits.
Excuse me?
That would be more of a disguise kit.
I
Well,
kind of get what he's suggesting.
here's what
like,
I'm saying. Herbalist kits have like clippers and all those other kinds of things. We would actually like take apart plants and stuff, and like
I thought you were suggesting
attach
we,
them
like,
to ourselves.
Are we making an Achilles suit?
I thought you were
Yeah,
going to suggest we take the mortar and pestle and try to make dyes of some sort and mask.
Go all Rambo and just cover yourself in. Yeah, I could just see the eyes of Malcolm open within like the muddy wall.
Yeah, that's more or less what I'm going for. I do have disguise kit proficiency, so I would be able to apply stuff like that even if I don't have the kit itself.
I say,
Just dunk Malcolm in the mud. That's a good enough disguise.
are any of you capable of healing from a distance?
Dante raises a hand. That would be me.
Well, this one that's been eating my plants. He does seem sturdy, but in a pinch, you can try and heal him if he needs it.
I've already had to tend to his wounds several times before. It's nothing I can't handle.
All he needs to do is take out as many of the skeletons as he can. One less creature on the field means we have the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Considering blessing several of you.
And if you can use your illusions to conceal us from being shot at by those other ones, that should mitigate some of it as well. Because I think if we just rush in there, just hoping for the best, we are going to get shot at, and I'd say me, and possibly you, Proteus, and you would probably go down.
Mm-hmm.
We should not underestimate them. So it seems, if you have any more to add, it seems we have more or less a solid plan in tackling this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything
Although
else?
it's been not particularly. It's been an interesting day, and I think it might be a good idea to get ourselves rested before we go take on this thing.
Yes. Did they see you?
No.
No.
Well, they did see me, but they didn't
No.
see an enemy. I walked right in and I walked right out.
And you dispatched some?
We have destroyed a few. If there were any that saw us, they are no more.
What worries me about that is they may not have seen you, but they are now unaccounted for.
Yeah, it's something that did come to mind. However, at the same time, it's not unheard of if there are people running into these skeletons and so forth.
That's true.
Some of them would be destroyed.
Okay. You're free to spend the night here. You can discuss anything else between the four of you. When do you plan on heading out?
First thing in the morning, I think.
Okay. I'll see you in the morning then. All right. If you have anything else to discuss amongst yourself, we can skip ahead to the morning.
I think we can just skip ahead to the morning.
Good.
Giving you the
Yeah, I think we can skip.
benefits of a long rest.
All right.
All right. So waking up in the morning, your wounds kind of patched up, Dante and Malcolm.
Yay.
You, the shaman says to you, all right, are we going to head out?
Mm-hmm. Let's get this taken care of.
For today, I'm swapping back to fire type.
Okay.
Awesome.
And we're going to approach from the north, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As we get closer, I will try to use my magic to keep, well, not my magic, my illusions to keep us out of sight.
The swamp is still full of undead, so we could run into them on the way there.
We'll just have to be careful. Avoid the waters. That's where they all seem to be. But in the case they do, we should be ready.
Okay. All right, and you begin heading out. Is there anything else particularly special you want to do or prepare or anything like that?
I speak up.
I don't know if I
What?
want to bless right now beforehand.
No. You said in the chat you wanted
No.
to
I already
swap
swapped to fire
types.
type.
He already did.
I already said that out loud.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you said it in the chat, so I was like, okay,
You
never
said-
mind.
Okay.
Discussing why I wanted it.
If there is nothing else, then you all can roll a d6.
All right. 6.
Five.
Okay, that was weird.
Our command.
That's the right thing too. It just didn't.
Didn't do it.
4.
Very
You
good.
got a 6-5-5-4.
All right. You navigate through the swamp, and you kind of avoid that area you went to before to kind of skirt around that area where you fought the blights, and you kind of go through the forest to attempt to get to the northern side of it, and you do that with the shaman in tow, very silent with you. And I will put you guys on the map. A little problem here is the tree is very far away from the other end of the cover.
Yeah, but we have this nice cover right here.
Yeah.
Gate thing.
Yeah. Let's see.
That would be our strange
And-
tree.
it appears as you're kind of going around it, you notice the druid is sitting cross-legged with his staff with the meteor to his side. It looks like he's meditating. He's still surrounded by skeletons and the two blights. But he is facing the tree, kind of eyes closed.
Okay, well, unfortunately, let's see.
Is the blue stuff
Approaching the
mist
tree might just
or
get us
water?
into plain view, huh?
It's very shallow water.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
shallow water.
Circle around.
Alright, so here's what I think we should do. I think we should try to get as close as we can. And then Proteus should use his fast rogueness to run in, get the staff, and get out. And then Malcolm just goes probably the other side of the tree like this and just starts wailing on dead guys.
Oh, you want Proteus to steal the staff? Okay.
I'm not that fast.
Okay, well, that
Safe
was my
movement.
idea.
I'm
Safe
not
movement.
max.
You get 90 feet to turn, I think, if you're doing double dash.
My favorite.
Yeah, but I need my action to take it, I think.
No, you can just pick it up. It's you can't just run in there. They'd like take swings at you.
Yeah. That I might be able to do something about. So it is possible.
It's a question of if you think it's worth risking.
How much line of sight is the tree blocking
You
for
cannot.
us here?
You kind of saw it as you were walking past, so you can't even see them right now.
All right. That's good. So,
That mean
yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna yeah, I guess we make a group stealth check to get over here then. So we'd
we're
have to
gonna
do.
do that?
Risk that.
Yeah, I will. For every 30 feet, you would do a stealth check.
Okay.
So
Or no,
what's the worst?
60 feet. Sorry, every 60 feet to get there, and I think that would just be. It would be 2.
Yeah. Would I be able to ready my action to more or less deploy a cardboard cutout around us of what the nature looked like before we were inside of this
Oh my
little ring
gosh.
here?
Uh,
If it
run-
fails.
Run that by me again.
More or less, I create a ring around us that just looks like the natural terrain, how the natural terrain would look. Like
Oh.
poor man's invisibility.
He's trying to disguise himself as the nearby foliage.
No, all of us with silent image.
Silent image makes an
Squared.
object or a phenomenon, which means it make like you can't like what you're saying is like that.
It'd be a cardboard cutout, more or less.
Uh,
So like if I moved it, you'd see a lot of weird things that would obviously be an illusion.
So like a ring of bushes as a cardboard
More or
cutout.
less, it's like, you know, there's plants here, these plants are here, these plants are here. I'd more or less make an image of all these where we are standing. But
That-
if they poke it or stick their head through it, you know, they'll know it's fake.
the restraints of the spell are an object or a visible phenomenon. If you're making multiple things.
Okay,
it's-
so it has
yeah.
to be one thing.
or
Alright,
like
just-
fog or something.
It could still be like a painted wall, maybe type.
Okay, come on, guys. Do you really think anyone would fall for a painted wall that looks like the stuff that was behind it to work?
Yes.
At a distance.
Yes, I do. They are undead.
Guys,
with no
there's
brains.
this phenomenon called parallax.
Okay.
I don't think undead understand that.
Okay, so we're just trying to sneak up to get closer, yeah.
Okay.
Try to get to here with a group check, and then yeah. All right, so are we all making a group stealth then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think I should guidance the shaman or myself?
He
Doesn't
has
really matter.
he has a 0 to Dex.
Okay. D4's probably
Do
better.
it to yourself.
Actually, yeah, that's right, because of average. I'll do it to myself then.
Okay.
Okay.
More people passing. That quick pass is a better thing.
All right, are we ready?
My thing's queued up. Are
Sure.
we ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh dear.
15.
Off to a great start.
19.
10.
Is that
It all
everyone?
comes down to him.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Do we want to re-roll someone?
Do we?
Do we?
I think we should.
Yeah. Do we want to re-roll? Do we want to re-roll you, or do we want to re-roll the shaman?
I would
Or the shaman, right?
re-roll Well, Malcolm can't do himself, so I'd re-roll the shaman because he could guidance the shaman if he fails again.
Actually, here's my thought. Malcolm guidance is Ira, and then shaman can get the re-roll.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because there was already at a 10.
All right.
Okay,
How's
we'll
that
do
sound?
that.
Okay.
Can the shaman get the re-roll? Does
Yes.
that work?
I'll let him do that.
Okay.
It's your reroll.
Okay.
12.
12.
Better.
Okay. And Ira is now 14.
Oof.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Let me just do some passive perception checks here. Okay. What is yours? And the blights. Okay, yeah. You don't hear any movement coming from around the tree, which means you got 60 feet out, right? So you're gonna have to make one more to get like against the tree,
All right.
or you could enact something crazy from where you stand right now.
No, Quill didn't like when I wanted to do that, so we'll just do it the Quill strategy way.
All right, so you just want to kind of press yourself against the back of the tree.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully it works. If
All
not,
right.
everyone be ready for combat.
All
You're
right.
actually in a pretty good range at this point.
We are in a pretty decent range. Do we want to just
Because
take
if
it?
Proteus
We wanna
just
end it?
ran,
It depends on if any of this area around this tree counts as difficult terrain because of the roots.
The roots would count as difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta
35.
hug tree.
5. Okay, yeah, that turns in.
I would have to take an opportunity attack. There's no real ways of.
Yeah, considering the roots, even if we were up against the tree, it would take a full turn in order to get into their range.
I mean,
Yeah.
one oppie and having a staff is better than having.
So-
no
I'm
staff.
letting him
Okay,
have-
okay. Here's what I'm thinking. So all of you guys have reasonably, if not exceedingly good range, but Malcolm does not. So if we have, if we use our quote unquote surprise round, I don't know if it would count as such, to have Malcolm get right here and have you got, 1 second, let me put a little box for where our team was. And you got, dang it. Whatever.
It's a 3x3.
Yeah.
Centered in the
So
left
let's
Dante.
say we send one of you out here. We'll say Dante goes over here because he's got firebolt and can start shooting at guys. And then Ira goes over here because she's got Eldritch Blast. So you guys pretty much have, I think, full coverage of the entire area.
20
Yeah, you
feet.
can shoot anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys like flank over here, assuming they're going right for you guys, that would allow Malcolm to jump out from behind the tree and attack one of them as they're coming for you. So these two would probably go for Ira, in which Malcolm could just jump out and he can easily tank those two and wipe them out. Proteus and Shaman could stay in the zone of avoidance, so that when these two guys come up to try to attack Dante, assuming that's what they do, then you two could start attacking the skeletons until Malcolm's able to come over and assist with
But
those.
this assumes specifically that you're just having us move off to the sides to bait the skeletons, correct? And
Yeah.
no one else moves?
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
problem is then the group here has
Yeah,
staff.
he's the only one I haven't
casting.
taken into account of. The thing is, we don't know what he can do at all, so how do we even plan around that?
That's why I'd rather we try to steal staff, steal his focus.
Yeah, I can do that. If I follow with Malcolm and this guy dies, there are no oppies I have to take.
Malcolm can't get there
So-
on the first turn, though. Even if Malcolm was right here, he'd still have to go 10, 15, 20, 30. He wouldn't be able to reach the skeleton.
Okay. Are we just so are we just sending it, or are we gonna have
I
like
feel
Proteus
like-
steal the staff, or are we just gonna try and approach this from a distance?
I think we should give up on trying to steal the staff because we just can't get there in time. As soon as
I-
he
I
notices,
I
as soon
don't-
as soon as he notices that there's something going down, he's gonna grab that staff. There's no chance we can get it.
But we have
Unless
supplies
we have-
effectively.
I have a bomb. If we get the sticky version, he can't pick it up.
I
think
wouldn't
it's
bank
worth
on that though.
trying to get the staff. I feel like, if anything, if he goes right, we can just focus fire on the skeletons over on this side, and then it makes his retreat safer.
All right. So plan modification. Ira goes over here. Dante goes over here. Draw out the skeletons. Malcolm and
Proteus, Shaman.
Proteus. Malcolm and Proteus go around this way to try to get the staff, I guess. What I want to do here is, because I don't think there's a very good chance we're going to get the staff. So what I think we should do is split up and divide and conquer the groups of enemies. These two and these two.
Assuming
It's
the
all
skeletons don't all just run in the direction Proteus did.
Right.
We do have to worry too that these guys have range. I got hit with 7 damage last time.
Yeah, I think those guys are probably the bigger threat, honestly.
All right. So you backliners can start shooting at those guys then.
Yeah.
While the skeletons just move up.
Yeah.
So, if we really wanted to go all backline, all I have to do is be here to explode everyone over there.
All right.
Okay.
You can definitely do that on your first turn.
So you thinking we just go the route of kiting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
say we more or less just have me and the shaman hang out over here, both pop out and shoot them, and then you guys back here kind of pull them apart from the sides there as well.
Remember also, the Shaman has Eldritch Blast, so that's
Blast.
another...
He has what's he have here? He has Eldritch Blast, Minor Illusion, Hellish Rebuke, Charm Person, and Unseen Servant.
Good.
And,
Servant Buds.
and he has when he reduces a hostile creature to 0 hit points, he gets 5 temporary hit
Yeah.
points.
Okay, cool.
All right. So Hellish Rebuke, that's the one where if they hit you, you just burn them, right?
Yeah.
When you see
Yeah.
taken response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet,
Okay.
Yeah.
then have to take a
If you hit
dex
them, they
save.
explode.
It just 2d10 fire damage.
Yeah,
So,
I think we just do old western shootout on this place.
Yep.
all right.
Yeah,
Agree.
So
Ira
we're
and
just
Shaman.
starting combat from here.
All right.
Yeah, Ira and Shaman get back into this position. Dante gets back into this position. Proteus, you know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And Malcolm will wait for the first opportunity to jump out and smash some skeletons.
All right.
And then we'll wing it with the Grookey. Thwacky.
Well,
It'll be fine.
we're gonna roll initiative then. That is skeleton.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's what
12.
it counts, man.
Respectable.
The Blight's got a nat 1.
Yo!
That's good. No, not 14, 17. Wow, I really good in the initiative.
Skelly boys. Oh, they have 11. And the druid. He will have. Where's the druid? You'll get a good old 15 there. But you guys will have a surprise. Okay. I'll either let someone run out and do their whole turn, or you all jump out at the same time and do something.
I mean, I like the old western style of everyone jumping.
Yeah,
out personally.
Okay.
It sounds cooler, even if it might not be
Everyone-
optimal.
Yeah.
Everyone jumps out and starts blasting.
All right. Those who can.
Yeah, I guess in Malcolm's case, he's just going to activate Rage and Dodge.
Okay. All right. And you could position yourself somewhere too. I'll let you do that as part of the surprise.
Like when we,
Okay.
like where we want to be popping out to
Yeah.
shoot from.
Yeah. Basically, wherever you shoot from is where you stop. But then it's going to be
Alright.
your real turn, so you might be able to reposition after that.
Boosh.
All right.
Let's get Shaman Friend up here.
All right.
Shouldn't he be over on the side with Ira?
He could be, but I feel like having him over there would just further incentivize splitting them up because they're going to come up and they're either all going to go for Ira or they're going to split
Well,
apart. and go
Proteus
for-
and Dante
I'm
are
over
on the-
here. We have two guys
That's
on
true.
this side.
Okay.
Two guys on this
Okay.
side.
All right. So.
So move him like right here.
All right. Ooh. Oh right. I forgot
Yeah,
to
because
roll.
that way they also have a line of sight on this guy, the
Yeah,
twig
that's
blight, which is who I want to take care of first.
Right, that's true. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
Big old 14.
And they got range.
All right. So, Malcolm, you're jumping out, raging, and dodging.
Yeah, he's not jumping out. He's staying right where he is.
All right. And Ira, I'll let you. You're jumping out and probably shooting an Eldritch Blast. Where are you shooting it?
Go into the twig blight,
Alright.
all the way downtown.
All right. Make an attack roll at advantage.
Ooh, right. That's a 20, unnatural.
That'll hit it.
Yeah, and this is just one action, right?
Yeah, you're only doing one
Making
action,
sure.
and then you.
Okay,
can
with
get
7
your-
damage.
All right. All right. 7 damage. All right. Dante.
Starting out with the firebolt, so this is also advantage, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what about my thing?
Oh, you're gonna. Well, I was just assuming you're all jumping out. This is all going on off at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, the goose there.
Oh, you're
Oh.
gonna. I guess if that makes a difference, that you could do that first, maybe.
It probably will.
Okay.
Because everything just has to make a dex save.
Okay. Everything, huh?
Where is it
Yeah.
landing here?
And then they have to make a con check if they fail afterwards and take damage and stuff. But we'll start with the easy stuff, just dex save.
Alright, I'll do the 4 skeletons. That is a 20, a 15, an 8, and a 10.
Alright, so 2 pass, 2 fail.
Alright. Say these ones fail. Alright, so they need to make con checks now?
We'll get there later because these guys and the Thwacky were caught up in it too.
Oh,
Unless
right,
you want
right.
To do everything out at once.
Alright, the blights. 2d20. 1 failed, 1 passed. Say this one failed. And the Thwacky. Okay. Got a big ol' 8.
Ooh.
So
Alright,
failed.
he failed. Alright, so yeah, now they have to make a con check, and to my understanding, those who failed take 12 acid damage.
Alright.
It's 2 things?
Wait, what's the first check and the second check?
The second check is for the goose, the slime effect.
This is the whack.
If I'm interpreting this correctly.
This
Where was
is
the item
I
at?
thought it was a.
an 8 again for the Thwacky, so it failed again.
Okay. And then
Where's the description of these things?
The 2 skeletons. What are their cons? That is a 13 and a 6 for the 2 skeletons. And the 1 blight. This is
yeah,
co-
both DCs are 15.
6. Favor takes 46. Half on success.
and the blight passed.
All right, well, let's consult the chart. We got 5. Blinded until the end of my next turn. That's very good for Dante.
Wait, it's
Did they take damage too?
Huh?
yeah, they take damage if they were in range of it. The dex save was if they took half.
Okay.
So the ones that failed the
Oh.
dex
When-
save take
when
12
you-
acid, and the ones that pass take 6.
When you rolled the damage, you also rolled a d10 to determine the effect, and then and it lasts for a minute. You make a save at the end of your turn, the con save, to end the effect.
Yeah. That's how I remember how it
So
goes.
I think I don't think the con save was necessary yet.
Oh.
Oh.
That's if it's a lasting effect. You're correct. So the
Yeah.
blinded stuff, we didn't have to make the second check. They're just blinded if they failed.
Until the next turn.
Okay. So all the ones that are sideways are blinded.
Yes.
Okay. And they take 12
Okay.
damage.
This is a complicated item Kira gave us.
Yeah.
You might want to just pin this.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I was like, where?
I
what's
went
this?
looking via the wonderful search
Yeah.
filters.
Yeah.
I'll just
All right. Dante, it's your turn with this. The skeletons are holding on.
Okay.
This blight is dead.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oop.
And these took 6 damage.
6.
That's the damage you said.
Yeah. All right. All right, everything's all recorded. Dante, you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and firebolt this guy.
All right. Make an attack at double advantage, or no, just single advantage because you're just jumping out.
Double advantage.
Advantage. Okay, and then I'll add the 6 plus the d4, since I have that active right now. Okay, that turns into an 18.
All right. That hits.
That's d10 worth of fire damage. 4 fire damage.
Let's see. Do they burn like the trees that they are? No, they do not.
Ah. I had a hunch. Well,
But it seems there's a lot of things with one resolve on the on the field.
of course.
All right. Yeah, is that everyone? I guess the shaman can see that skeleton, so he's gonna make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Blinding effect is actually huge.
Getting a 24, and that'll be a D10.
I realized.
10 damage. I think that.
Wow.
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 He's good.
Yeah, it had 7 HP, and it's
Yo.
now dead. And he gets 5 temporary hit points as well for killing that.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, is that everyone?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Should be.
Yep.
Yep.
You hear this. Do any of you speak Druidic? Or
Druidic is a druid feature, so we can't.
yeah. Okay. So you hear this this guttural babbling and screaming. Dante, it's your turn.
Okay. Go ahead and try to finish off this guy. The quick blight.
That will not be advantage because he did not.
Yeah. Oh, I got a 23.
That'll hit it, and only has 1 HP left. So
Nice.
Which the blight is gone.
okay.
Move up yet, I think. I'll move up a little bit. Here. I don't have anything to use for my bonus, so next.
All right. So does he make the con save at the end or the beginning?
He makes it at...
There's no check for this one because it lasts until the end of
Oh.
my next turn. There was no need for a con check.
Right. Okay.
Creature is blinded until the end of your next turn.
All right. So until the end of your turn on this round.
It actually kind of makes it nice that Proteus is going late in the initiative here.
Yeah, it actually does.
He's going to. You can't really see him all that well. Oh, maybe. You can see him a little. Proteus and Dante, you see him kind of reach on the ground to pick up the staff, and he begins heading into the tree.
Oh. Blind and stumbling.
Okay.
The detail on that's gross too. The acid is. Ugh.
5, 10, 15. The shaman is going to take a shot at this skeleton. It's a big ol' hit. Another 8 damage. How much HP do you have? It has 7, so it's gone too.
Got another.
Nice.
So his 5 temporary hit points is just kind of overwritten. All right, get the main one. Get the main one. Ira.
Where'd it go? Ugh. Okay, Ira is gonna try and get over here, I guess. And yeah, from this line of sight, she can't see it, right?
No, it went inside the tree.
Oh, he dropped down the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would because you have dark vision.
Yeah. Yeah, I just frowns like, where'd it go? She's going to, I guess I technically could 5-star both these guys. No, that guy's 65 feet away. Nope. Alright, just gonna blast one of them.
All right.
One of the ones that have one bit of resolve left.
It's advantage because they're blinded.
Yeah. So that is a 7 plus 6, that's a 13? 13.
I think that just hits their AC. So yeah, which one are you killing?
This one.
All right,
One furthest.
boom.
Yeah. I guess she'll call to like Malcolm is like, Malcolm!
Yeah.
Uh
Oh wait, he's sleepwalking.
yeah, follow him in.
You hear these strange utterings in your dreams, Malcolm, of Ira's voice. Just go closer, Malcolm. Go closer.
Okay.
All right. Are you done, Ira?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. This skeleton is just going to. It's gonna go there and ready itself. You see it kind of swinging wildly in place. All right. Malcolm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 45, 55. And he can't see down the hole.
Yeah, there's a hole down there. It appears
Alright.
to. It's almost like a like you could get down there without hurting yourself. It's kind of like a slide.
Yeah, but it's also dark.
It's also dark. Yeah.
Let's see, do I have anything to help with this whole dark thing?
You give Dante the hooded lantern.
Oh yeah, but he's all the way over there.
Yeah. Make sure you get that marked down.
In any case, Malcolm's going to maintain his rage with his bonus action.
Okay.
So you guys better hurry and get that to him.
Proteus.
All right. Well, I guess I'm taking Hooded Lantern. And let's see, 5, 10, 15. Does this one count as double? This one?
This one would, yes, there's a root there.
All right, 5, 10, 15.
Keep in mind, he's swinging wildly. He'd have disadvantage trying to hit you, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, you're gonna let him try and hit you?
Yeah.
Alright. I don't think he's hitting you with a 10.
Yep, that's what I was banking on. So 15, 25, 30. And then we will have to bonus action dash, and I will shadow dash for this as well, because I probably need to.
Alright.
So that'll be 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40. And I passed the lantern on. I guess I just put it on his bell, realistically speaking.
Hook it to his collar.
And then I'm gonna hit the thwacky with another.
Oh, He's down the hole.
I still have more movement. I can go down the hole.
You want to go down there? He appears to be on top of this mountain of skulls, and he's poised to jam his staff into it.
Uh-oh.
All the more reason to throw a grenade down there.
So it's 30 feet down.
That's plenty of range for me.
You'd have to
With the
collect.
booster.
Where did you throw the bamboozler? Because you'd have to retrieve
It
it.
was like over here. Oh, I hucked the whole dang thing.
Yes.
The reloadable grenade.
I thought it was like a grenade launcher.
No, it's a grenade.
Well, he's too far away now.
Yeah. And picking that up and handing over the lantern too.
Yeah. I only have like 10 feet left of movement, so I wouldn't be able to reach it. I'm just
You have the crossbow?
gonna put that there for now, just as a reminder for myself.
Okay, so you're giving Malcolm the lamp then.
Yeah, I'm giving Malcolm the lamp. Is that my action or is that the object interaction?
That's object interaction.
All right. Well, I still have 10 feet of movement, so I slide down 10 feet and yeet a dagger at him.
Okay. He still is blind, so you'd have advantage.
Yep. That's why I didn't want to give it up. 21.
21 hits.
Sneak attack off of it too.
Yep. 9 damage.
9 damage. He is not BSing you here. He has 15 left. He had 15 left. So.
Yeah. I figured he'd have a good amount of HP, but
Yeah.
I
Maybe
wanted
take care of the rest
damage
of these guys.
anyway.
Hmm.
That's it.
There are no
My
more
turn's over.
no more twig blights, but Dante, it's your turn.
Okay. All I can really do is spend my turn sort of approaching, but I might as well blast this last guy before.
All right.
So I'm just going to quickly firebolt him and keep moving.
All right. It will not be at advantage because he can see now.
Gotcha. So I still have Valor. So.
Yeah.
Ah, wow. Only a 12.
Oh, 12 misses.
Man. Okay, seems slightly awkward. Let me just see my movement here first. I can't really get any more past, so I'll just stop there. Not risk the oppie. That's unfortunate. Just have to do something the next turn. We'll probably try to attack me. We'll go from there.
Okay. The Thwacky is going to. You see him spin around the staff, and he jams the head of the staff with the meteor in it inside this pile of bones. As you see it start to rumble, and all the bones start just connecting and crackling together. You see some pieces still moving, like you see some arms and fingers and digits still moving on this giant construct of bones that starts forming as the Thwacky's on top of this giant reptilian-like head of Tyranitant or some other sort of Pokemon. And the heads connect like it's like the top portion of like a dinosaur head on both ends. So there, it like has 4 eyes, pretty much, right? As this enormous construct is.
Oh gosh, it's not at the Living Museum.
Gosh.
And he is atop of it. What is... It gets an 18.
Oh, it got pretty good initiative.
Which is good for us in this instance.
Yeah. Okay, yes, this Thwacky's on top of the staff is now kind of like you see the kind of the tendrils of arcane energy just kind of rippling through this construct. All right, yeah, we will go to the shaman next. He is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's going to ready his action for when he sees something. Ira.
Okay, this thing is still in the tree, right?
Yeah, it's kind of looks like it's going to climb up the front of the tree towards Malcolm and Proteus.
Okay, so she can't see it. She just heard, like,
Yeah.
some weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
And she's probably a little concerned about that. But this guy's in line of sight, right? I think she's just gonna pick that guy off for Dante.
Yeah, you can definitely see him.
Awesome.
Alright. She's just gonna try and finish that guy off. It's one of the guys with only 1 health, right? 23.
Yep, and he has only 1 health, so as the prophecy
Nice.
has foretold.
Yep, there we go.
Prophecy was true.
Alright, and she... I think she's just gonna stay here, because she's within... she's gonna get a little bit closer. And there, yeah.
Okay. Alright, then we will... there's no more skeletons. Alright, so we'll go to Malcolm.
Right? Can Malcolm see the Thwacky?
He's on top of this construct, so yes.
Okay, he's gonna throw a javelin at the Thwacky.
Alright. Yeah, go for it.
Ugh, only 9.
Aw.
That goes wide and just clatters into the pile of bones.
Alright, you said this thing looks like it's about to climb up, right?
Yes, it's about 30 feet down right now.
Alright,
So,
Malcolm
yeah.
will back up to right here.
Alright.
Hang on. He can't... No, yeah, he can move to right there. Okay.
Alright. Proteus.
Alright. So he's like 20
30 feet.
feet off the ground.
He's 30 feet down inside of a hole right now, and he looks like to charge up here.
Oh, so he's coming straight at me.
Yes.
Run, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a wise idea. It was 10 feet in, so it'd be 10, 15, 25.
Climb out
Yeah,
then.
I can't reach the goozler. So it'll be 10 to get back out here, and then 25 to get here. So
Will any
I
of this
will-
be-
I'm going to use my bonus action to dash, which will be 10, 20, and 5, 10, so 30 altogether. Collect the goozler again and ready my action to hit the Thwacky and his newfound pet with it when they get up here.
Alright. Does that say anything about arming it or anything as an action?
To my knowledge, no. It just
Okay.
says, as an action, you push the button.
Alright.
Find more about this.
Because I believe you have to put in another capsule in it.
Yeah, I do. It doesn't say what it takes to do that.
Be an item interaction or actual action.
I think it should be an action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then, well, I guess I'll just do that then.
Okay, you'll put a capsule in it.
Yep.
All right. All right. It'll be this thing's turn. Then it's going to use 30 feet of movement to get to the top of the tree, and it's going to charge at Malcolm. You're still raging, right, Malcolm?
Yep.
Okay. All right, then it is going to attack you with its pounce. So it's just gonna first claw you. Getting a 19 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
I have a feeling all of these are gonna hit.
It only hits once.
Oh wow.
All right. Oh wait, it's only that. Not. That will do 7 points of slashing damage, and you can reduce that to 3.
All right.
And you have to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, hang on. I've got a thing for this.
You have advantage if you can see it.
No, it's something else. Oh no, that's against being knocked prone. Never mind.
This is being knocked prone.
Oh, okay. I have advantage on that, so
Alright.
that's a strength save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna have a +6 to it. 17.
The sure-footed Wooloo told Steady as a giant dinosaur skeleton tries to knock it prone, but
The claw comes down and he just he parries it with his tiny little horns.
yeah. All right, yeah, that's its turn. We go to Dante next.
This thing's showing up. What kind of unholy abomination?
Oh,
And, first off, move here. And I think still go for the thwacky.
All right.
Firebolt him. Getting a 21.
That's a hit.
D10. 9 points of fire damage.
As you hit him with the fire, he kind of yells in pain and he kind of tumbles off the side of the...
Tumbles and lands in the Family Guy death pose.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, this wasn't lethal though.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's not dead, but he's down. But the dinosaur seems to be kind of berserk still.
Okay, there's much else I do here. I'm gonna save the other spells when people actually get hurt.
Okay.
So, yep. That'll be that.
Oh, Shaman's attack goes off. I
Oh.
don't think that's gonna hit it. Or is it AC garbage? No, that's a 13. That'll hit.
Hey.
For 8 damage. Drawing first blood. That'll be that much. Okay. And yeah, you took out the Thwacky and it was next in initiative and it's currently on the ground. Shaman gets another turn because that's his real turn. That's not gonna hit though because that's only a 12. So the ready action hit, but the real one didn't.
unfortunate.
Ira.
Well, that's new. Get the Thwacky away from it. We don't want collateral. She's going to I don't know if this is gonna work, but she's gonna hex it.
Okay. What do you
She's
hex
gonna
it for?
hex it for strength.
All right.
Hexing it for strength. And she is going to, just fire off a blast.
All right.
Sweet. Simple as always. 17 to hit.
A 17 hits it.
And that is... oh, well, I don't know which one it is. One of those is necrotic damage, if it matters.
It does not matter. So it'll take just 4 damage
Okay.
total.
So 4 damage. And she doesn't want to be close to that thing. So she's gonna move here, so that's 10, 20, 25, 30. She's gonna kind of like clamber over this little ledge right here.
All right.
Get herself a little bit more distance.
All right. Malcolm.
All right, let's smack this thing.
All right.
I will attack recklessly.
All right. Advantage.
Over 20.
Over 20 is good enough to hit it.
16 bludgeoning damage.
You mean 32 bludgeoning damage?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking so good. As you kind of just, how do you do this? What do you think you're doing
Oh
here?
my god.
Malcolm does an uppercut with his maul and just shatters several of the ribs. And maybe like fractures the spine or something.
But it's also made of multiple things. Are you like throwing a bunch of the skeleton pieces out?
I like
don't know.
I like to imagine it's like the prime mode thing where you just kind of do a pole vault over your ball and just kind of like smash down and left and right.
We'll
The
go
weak
with that.
spot was
Yeah.
the stick that I put in this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you see like this little sheep just kind of dismantle pieces of this giant skeleton dinosaur.
And it is little. It's only like 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Compared to this thing.
Proteus.
It's not even a sheep. It's a lamb.
Oh, it's still alive.
Yeah, it's still up.
And it's now Proteus' turn, unless you're doing something else, Malcolm.
Nope.
Alright.
Alright. I don't think that there's any finesse bludgeoning weapons in this game, so... I'm going to use Shadow Tool to give myself a dagger, and I'm just going to yeet it. Which will be that 11. No.
11 does not hit the dinosaur.
Alright. That means it is time to get away from this immediate vicinity and take the goose lair with me.
Okay. It will be the dinosaur's turn then. No, there's no more twig blights. It is just going to try and bite you, Malcolm, at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably hitting you, checking for crit. No crit, but it got a... What's the bite modifier? That'll be like 22.
Yeah.
So it's probably hitting you. So it's going to use the good old D10s here. So that'll be 14 damage, 14 piercing damage, and you can half that to 7.
Alright. He's at 19 health.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. It does not have multi-attack, so it is done. Dante.
Okay.
You see the abomination.
Yep. Measurement. Don't know why that did. Weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to inflict wounds.
All right. Make an attack roll.
I'll attack. A bunch of walls on this right now. Ooh, 21.
All right. Yeah, that'll connect. Surprised you didn't try and punch it.
It's true, but I mean, this is 3d10.
Yeah.
Uh, 12 necrotic damage.
All right, that will finish it off. How do you take it down?
Probably aiming for wherever like all these different skeletons are connected and just dismantling them piece by piece with
Yeah.
this swipe.
You're doing like the Fist of the North Star thing, where you just kind of like hit all the pressure points and it just kind of clatters to the ground.
Just all the different bones just all fall apart and just clatter.
Okay, and with that, the grove is now quiet as Dante finishes it off.
Whew. What in the world was that?
Bone meal.
Probably not.
Combination of all the bones that were
You-
delivered here.
You weren't friggin' kidding about him handling the skeletons.
No.
Yeah, just hope he doesn't roll around in them.
I don't think he will.
So what are you doing with him?
Ooh.
Probably going to just drag him back to town to question him.
Mm-hmm. Get that.
There.
Oh, right, the staff. Get that thing off him.
Yeah, it's in the pile of bones.
Yeah, Dante will grab that.
All right, you're gonna grab it, Dante?
I already said I would.
course.
As you grab it, Dante, it feels like sponge.
Oh.
And you find yourself, when you touch it, you blink for a second and you're in the same place as you were fighting this battle, except now everyone is gone and you are in the middle of this very inverse plane with this tree, but it looks healthy here. But also here are several, maybe hundreds, of those little wooden blights, and they see you and they begin chittering towards you.
Okay, this is not.
What do we see?
They begin crawling on you, Dante.
Oh. Yeah, he's probably trying to make sure. He keeps trying to push them off.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you see Dante just kind of holding the staff, and his eyes are rolling in the back of his head right now.
Oh shit, Dante.
I assume he doesn't respond.
He goes, "Oh no, this is ah!" When you try and rouse him, Ira.
I'm gonna use a shadow tool to make a whip and pull it out of his hands.
Okay. Dante, the The blights are crawling all over you, but they don't seem to be like harming you.
Still, it's the fact that even if they're not harming him, he's going to be trying to just shake them off.
Okay.
Like, maybe more aggressively at this point, like even trying to kick the ones that are crawling up his legs.
Yeah. Some are just kind of standing there. And, yeah. Anyway, Proteus, you're going to try and whip it out of his hand. I want you to do a contested grapple check. And Dante, we're going under the assumption you want to hold this thing.
Oh, okay. That's a grapple.
It's true.
Grapples
Okay,
kind of
I-
saves, don't they?
No.
It's an ability check.
Okay, so no.
I believe the defender can use strength or dex.
Yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics.
But this is trying to wrench something out of his hand, so it's going to be athletics. This isn't escaping a
Okay.
grapple.
We'll see who rolls better.
I have. Wait, we have the same mod.
Yeah, I know. We'll see who
They
rolls
both have
better.
-1, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh no.
So yeah.
Sheep.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna sheaf it?
Malcolm sees this as breakthrough sleeping technology. So yes, he's going to try to take it. He wants to
Oh,
see how
no.
it works.
All right. So I mean, he's asking for the guidance.
Oh
Oh.
no, Malcolm wants it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
So
Okay,
you're gonna.
So that's a fail.
It's a fail. Dante continues like holding it tightly in his hands. Malcolm's gonna try and pull it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no.
Make a contested strike. Athletics against Malcolm.
Is he still raging?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, you could have had advantage.
Okay. I don't think you can possibly beat that ice.
I straight up can't hit 20 unless I roll 20. Well, I mean, even if I roll 20, it's a 19. Yeah, no, definitely 15.
Malcolm gets it out of Dante's hands, but then Malcolm just kind of sits there catatonically holding the staff now. And Dante, you come back to your senses.
Yeah, he's like just shaking his arms, trying to shake off whatever he was feeling.
Malcolm, you find
Malcolm. Oh.
Ugh.
Malcolm, you find yourself in this, like I described to Dante before. You're in the same area, but the tree looks healthy behind you. But there's like hundreds of these little like chittering wooden men kind of around you, just kind of crawling all over you, and some are just standing in front of you, looking like they're waiting for something.
Mosh pit.
And as you come to your senses, Dante, you hear Malcolm say "mosh pit."
Is he going to die?
I don't know.
Ira is-
All I know is I saw
Ira's. Yeah. What did you see?
those little small wooden blight things trying to crawl all over me, and a healthy tree. Here, in fact, but mostly the things crawling over me. Ugh.
Not getting that thing off him.
Just don't directly touch it.
He's probably fine.
I. Does anything
If
else happen
I-
to Malcolm?
He's just sitting there, like holding the staff, kind of like with his eyes rolled into the back of his head, just like a statue almost. He utters something every now and then, but he seems
Probably get me some grass or something like that.
Oh, look. He's happy.
And when you say that, Malcolm, you see like a big patch of those little twig men kind of skitter over to a patch of grass and lift it up, just unroot it and bring it over to you.
You're all my friends now. We will find the promised land together.
You hear Malcolm utter
Oh, Lord.
this.
Oh, he's getting colty again. Okay.
Hmm.
No, we're not doing this. Ira is going to point the crossbow as she readies another eldritch blast straight at the. You said the crystal wasn't the shard was in the head of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of Aether.
Yes.
She's gonna she's just gonna point her crossbow straight at that shard, and she's just gonna fire off an eldritch blast.
Okay. Do an attack roll.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Who's standing around this, by the way?
Uh-oh.
Yes!
Everyone.
Dante.
Magic surge!
She didn't say she was doing anything.
No one would have known she was doing. I mean, we would have seen it, but
That's
So everyone is going to take 9 necrotic damage.
ow.
I think that the guy died.
Oh no.
Yeah, he would have died.
No.
Shit.
The shaven
That's
is
a relief for me.
the shaven is safe though because he's pretty far away.
Yeah, he's just watching Ira blow us up.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
And Ira, roll a d20 and a d100.
All right.
All right,
Please
guys.
be Charlie. Please be Charlie.
7, 100.
All right, just a second.
The application did not respond.
7 and 100.
No, 7 and
7.
16. My bad.
Which
I was
dice?
trying-
Which dice rolled what?
D20 is the
7. Yeah.
D20 is the 7 and 16 is
Yeah.
the.
Oh no.
It'd
Roll
be really funny if it was 100.
Oh no.
roll a d4.
Oh no.
Okay. 1.
For the next day, anyone caught up in that blast cannot speak and pink bubbles come out instead.
Oh
Oh
my god.
my-
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It's funny is Dante's probably the first one immediately to turn and try to just immediately say, "What are you thinking?"
Bubbles.
There's a moment of just confusion from him.
And the guy
Starts
is
speaking again.
the guy got kind of like just eviscerated by the necrotic energy.
Oh my gosh, I
Ira
know exactly what
would've
Dante's doing here. He looks at Ira, looks at the corpse, and just motions both hands to the ground like, "Look what you've done."
And Malcolm, you are still in that place holding the staff. The crystal exploded, but Malcolm is still holding the staff.
Oh no.
I still see my friends.
Yes, you still see them.
Oh no.
You're a little hurt too, and pink bubbles are coming. No, actually, they're not while you're here. But everyone sees if you do utter something, everyone sees the pink bubbles.
But I can talk to my friends just fine.
yes.
Excellent. I can be
Oh,
as culty
no.
as I wish, and none of them will be the wiser.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go and pull out a tinderbox.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Are you going to try burning it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a magic item, presumably. You can't just burn those.
oh, we're trying anyway.
Okay.
Malcolm, in where you are, the sky you see overhead begins to darken as the other, as the little twig blights stare behind them, and you see those enormous 2 pink feet appear again,
Oh no!
and just you guys see bubbles coming out of Malcolm, and it says, "Interloper, I told you to leave. Don't tread on my domain. Your dreams are not needed."
But they're my friends now.
As you see the 2 just kind of, you can't see where they go to, but these 2 like pink feet, 2 legs just kind of start stomping on the twig blights, just turning them to splinters as they go towards you.
He's starting to cry.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, as they start stomping towards you.
I think he could feel it. Oh shit.
Proteus, what are you doing?
Well, again, I'm just gonna tinderbox this thing because I have no reason not to.
Okay. Well, it's a magic item, so it's nothing really happened. Malcolm's kind of holding it, so it's a little hard to get it into position to do that with a tinderbox.
I mean, is he like actively like moving it away from me though?
No, he's just sitting there, kind of like, you know what a
Yeah,
tinderbox
so-
is, right? It's a little like flint and a
Yeah, you just rub your hands together. I was thinking of using the staff itself as the thing I'm like rubbing the stick on to light on fire.
It's very spongy, as you could tell. Are you guys okay?
Something's wrong with this thing that he's holding, and I don't think it's safe if everyone tries to just grab it.
Bubbles!
You try saying that.
Oh,
but...
yes.
Ira is like looking stunned for a moment, eyes wide.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's kind of, especially looking at the body, and she just kind of, when the shaman kind of finally says that, she tries to start speaking, but notices the bubbles and just starts shaking her head quickly.
I minor illusion. Good job. In text above Ira.
That requires a somatic component.
Yeah.
Somatic is not verbal.
Yeah, that's just moving
Or it
around
requires
your
a verbal component. No, it requires a verbal component.
God dang it, message
No,
requires
it doesn't.
approval.
Minor illusion does not.
Yeah.
That's
Does it? No? Why is
no. That's silent image.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's my bad.
Yeah,
Let's just
so-
mark that as that on me.
Oh, no,
You
I
could
have no
communicate
way.
with minor illusion, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Ira-
it can. It can do volume.
Ira minor illusions a middle finger.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I really suggest you don't do that again, Ira.
Yes. Crap.
Quite a predicament we are in.
It could be that bad.
The shaman says, do you guys need to rest or something? I don't know what this is.
I guess using minor illusion, Proteus will say, well, either way, that we've accomplished what we set out to do here. We wanted to talk to this guy, but he's dead now, so we will still have to use the pink diamond as proof, but otherwise I think we'll just try to hopefully sleep this off.
Yeah.
And then return back to the village, and you should be scot-free. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, you should be. I hope you're better by tomorrow, but you're free to stay at my house again if you just need to sleep this off. What do we do about him? He points to Malcolm.
Ira's gonna
shrugs.
minor illusion danger. Just in all caps.
I'm looking through my stuff. I don't think a mess kit contains anything like a cloth.
Weaver's tools do.
Oh, there's something I can try. You're saying don't touch it?
Nod.
Proteus
Dante nods.
Okay. He is going to try and make... He's going to make 2 unseen servants. And he's gonna try and take it out of Malcolm's hand with those.
Actually, yeah, Iris. Actually, can I cast Unseen Servant? Oh no. No,
I'm
it's
looking at-
vocal.
I have to keep looking at the components. It's like, I wanted to use mage hand. Nope, vocal.
Alright. So Malcolm, make 2 athletics checks.
Okay.
Oh,
He's gonna have
my
plus-
gosh.
Oh, he rolled low. One of them's an 8, and one of them is a 14.
Oh my!
Oh my-
They got it. It's -4, but
Wow.
that's
Oh my
good.
god.
Malcolm is traumatized right now.
As they get it, you see these 2 invisible forces just kind of wrench the staff out of your hand, Malcolm, or your hooves, and you're back to this plane.
Bubbles come out of his mouth in great quantities.
Okay. Well, we'll decide what we're gonna do with this thing, and you can come back to my abode, and we'll leave off there. Are you gonna take the body too of this guy? It's kind of
body left.
It's one of those cases where it's like, I don't have a way of reviving him.
It's kind of just it's kind of blackened and.
Dante was gonna at least do ceremonial death rites for this guy, even if it's in silence.
Yeah. Or it's funnier if he still tried to do the verbal ones, just bubbles come out periodically as you're just kind of kneeling down. All right. Yeah, that's a great way to end. Bubbles and unseen servants winning.
Yeah. Maybe we cremate him or something.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was a great ending. I really commend you, Geek, for doing that. All right.
You know,
Yeah. It's one
sometimes.
it's one of those things where, like, just kind of that stuff was probably better than the battle.
It's the same tier as Malcolm passing the test.
Yeah.
What?
And failing against unseen servants. 2 unseen servants.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Great battle. Great ending. We'll see you next week, guys.
Woo!
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Or just bubbles
Bye.
shooting out or whatever.